I'm so excited to be here today. Thank you, Hassan, for coming out and wanting to document this. So what we're going to be doing is touring all of the murals that have happened here in Corozal town over the last 4 years. In 2017 there was a workshop called Mural Painting, and a small group of artists came together and learned the skill of painting murals. And the concept was, through that, a group would form, which it did, called the Corozal Street Art Movement, which is CSAM. And artists move about freely in town. Everything is donated. The materials are donated, the wall space is donated, and the talent of the artist is donated. So it's a beautiful situation. So we're gonna go see all of the beautiful.
Wow. Okay.
So we're going to start right here. This is close to 2nd Street North and 4th Ave in Corozal town. It's a great starting point because we're going to work our way south and end up at Miami Beach. Where after the tour you can sit in one of the beautiful restaurants and enjoy a drink or a beautiful meal.
That's Corozal for you.
Yeah. So here we are. This is the first mural on the tour. None of this is chronological because we'd be all over zigzagging town. So this mural was created by Hassan Rahim, who is, who's wonderfully documenting all of these pieces. And it is, it's a rendition of our national bird, I guess. Yes, the toucan. So it's a lovely, fun piece. He went on to the pole, utility pole as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got the date there.
It sure does.
All right.
Yes, so that helps us.
Okay then.
Okay.
Next one.
Next. Information as well. Now the jade mosaic mask is found here in Corozal, which is originally ancient Chactamal, the Maya Empire of Chactamal. So this piece was found in one of the tombs. So it's almost like it's sort of what represents Corozal in our history. So we're very proud of this Maya artifact, and you're going to see it around town.
Okay.
Along the same wall we have it's a replica of the Santorito Murals that was found up at Santorito, ancient Chactamal. So there were several murals found. This is one of the few that actually survived long enough for the gentleman to sketch it out and draw it out. Or paint it, I guess. So it's just stunning. It's stunning, it's beautiful. It was commissioned by the Ministry of Tourism and the Corozal Local Tourism Committee to have on the wall here as a way of informing the public and promoting and preserving our Maya culture. So 2 artists worked on this, CSAM artists actually. It was Vianney Bautista Vivas and Carlos Carrillo. Okay, and then there is written information slightly explaining the mural. So we also wanted to put in a map to show how to get to Santorito, because there are many people actually who live here in Corozal and are not familiar with the archaeological reserve of Santorito. So it shows people how to get. You just go up the highway and you're practically there.
Yes, absolutely. All right then.
All right. So then the next mural is a lovely rendition of a Maya princess. This was created by Christy Carrillo, another very talented Corozalena artist. Yeah, beautiful. Lots of color. Just lovely. And again, we're little disappointed to see all of the cement that has been thrown up on the wall, but at some point we will try and come and clean it. Every year we do reseal our murals with a protective latex, UV latex coating, because we want to preserve them as long as possible.
All right then. Okay. Next. Yes.
Okay, so here we are, just around the corner from 4th Ave and 2nd Street North. This is a mural. Again, this is a collaboration between Christy Carrillo and Carlos Carrillo.
Okay.
By the way, they are a married couple and they do incredible work.
Yes.
So.
All right.
Lovely one.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Right to it.
So here we have some lettering with graffiti art. There is lettering and then there is the actual art form.
Okay.
So this is a graffiti art lettering by Javier Tuason, who lives in Belize City but has become a member of Corozal's street art movement. He's a graffiti artist and he does beautiful work. So we always invite him up when he can. And he comes up and creates. I mean, you can't get any better than that.
Yes.
People who want to just give of themselves.
All right then.
Okay, so
Yes.
around the side is also Javier's work. It's looking a little rough because of its purpose.
Yes.
As a
Okay.
garbage can, but it's still beautiful.
Okay.
So that was another piece Javier did.
Okay.
Okay, and then we can have a look over here at the market. Of course, that's where we're at, I'm sorry. This was a piece that was done by Vianney Bautista Vivas. So it's a lovely idea. The concept is there. I think we can all see it.
Yes.
For
All right.
shall I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the market, right? This is.
Sure is. The beautiful Corozal market.
All right then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, adding life, adding color to
Yes.
the community.
All right then. All right.
So here we are at the drive-through entrance of the Corosal Town Market. And this is a beautiful piece that was done again by Vianney Bautista Vivas. Beautiful tribute to our Creole ladies.
Right there.
This is a lovely turtle mural by Carlos Carrillo. There seems to be a trend here.
Yeah, the
But,
turtle man.
Adds brightens, livens up the market area, although the market is already lively.
Okay.
We're going to go around the back of this
Okay.
where there's more.
All right then. Stay tuned.
Just walk through. So here we have two of our graffiti artists.
Okay.
Some of our artists are able to, some of our CSAM artists are strictly graffiti and others are paint, others are both. But these two, I cannot say that Wolf is strictly graffiti or Robert, but they do beautiful graffiti work. So this is by Robert Ramirez, lettering again, right? This is, now Robert lives in Corozal. This is by Wilfred Perez, who lives in Sartaneja Village.
Okay.
And his tag name is Wolf. So as you're seeing some of these graffiti, it's when you're seeing these graffiti works of art, you will see certain tag names. And you are able to
Ants.
okay, there's one by the library that's being started, so we're going to start there.
All right then. Thank you.
Street South, just off of 4th Avenue, yes. Lovely mural created by Maggie Gray. She is a Corozalena, who's just finished studying abroad as an animator and graduating, so you can see where her talent comes from. She was one of the original in the workshops that we did, the mural painting workshop. So it's a harpy eagle and a girl. Okay. And then a little bit further is a beautiful mural of hibiscus. Beautiful murals of hibiscus. And this mural,
be careful.
This mural was created by Kevin Itza, and in fact, this is the very first CSAM mural that was done. So thank you, Kevin.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now we can just turn and look across the street.
Across the street here.
This is a fun piece done, created by Carlos and Christy Carrillo.
Oh, beautiful.
For the preschool.
Yes.
It was open space, and when we get permission to use open space,
yes.
we go for it.
Yes.
So
beautiful.
they wanted something. They said, take the wall, just make it child friendly.
Yes.
So they did.
1, 2, 3, ABC.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. started actually once the mural project was, mural workshop was completed. We worked in this area. So this is a mural that's quite faded, but still very pretty. Done in 2017 by Rose Elwell. Okay, she was a member for a little while. She's no longer in the country, but this is her contribution.
Okay. All right then.
And right next door, looking a little worse for wear, is the original workshop project. This is the mural painting project. We hired, it's actually through the National Institute of Culture and History, the Corozal House of Culture back in 2017. Summer Wave Art Programs, mural painting workshop by, we hired Kevin Bizar out of Belmopan, who's an incredible artist. We have to big up Kevin because when he came to do this workshop, he was still working, I believe, as an accountant. And he was deciding, should I? Go for it, Kevin. And now he's just, oh my God, his work is incredible.
Wow.
So we thank Kelvin, I apologize, Kelvin Bizar, for instilling all of his information into our students. And wow, we've gone miles past that.
All right.
So it's looking a little rough,
yes,
but you get the concept. Again, the jade mosaic mask found in Checktamal, Santorito.
Okay.
I believe we had about 7 students for that workshop.
Wow.
So from 7 students, we now have over 50 murals in town. It started small and it's just continued to grow.
All right then. Well, this one is a little worn.
These 3 are very worn.
Wow. So these were the first, right?
These were some of the first. The issue with this particular building is that it's extremely old. This is the old prison, Her Majesty's Prison, built in 1870s, original. So there is some movement with walls. And we can notice, how that affects the painting.
All right then.
Even though we still seal them, they need to be redone. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab my book.
All right.
Was the very first Corozal Graffiti Fest in 2019 in January. So we had our Belizean artists. Do you want me to move? Sorry. We had our Belizean artists on one side, graffiti artists, and our invited Mexican artists on the other side. Over the years, we've learned tremendously from the Mexicans. They are incredibly talented, and they are very happy to share their skills. So on this side, I will just run through the names of the artists, okay?
Okay.
So before we even got to the art, we have, as you can see in the corner, there's a ballerina there, and that was from the original graffiti workshop. We had the mural workshop, then we had a graffiti workshop. So the ballerina was done by Caitlin Tillett. She used to live in Corozal. She now lives in Belmopan. A very talented young artist. Okay. Then the next one is graffiti lettering again. And this was created by Wilfred Perez out of Sartaneja. Now beside him are a couple pieces of art by Vianney Bautista Vivas. We've got the beautiful bird and the lovely lady. Okay. And this was all done within 8 hours for the festival.
Wow.
The next one is lettering, and that was done by Robert Ramirez again. Beside that, we had a tattoo artist up for the festival, Mr. Stephen Mosiah, and he had a bit of a break, so he said, let me go do some painting. So he painted Tupac
Oh,
Back there, you can see that.
Tupac with his crown on.
Yeah, yeah. And then right beside that at the very end, the beautiful turquoise-haired girl was created by Javier Tuason.
Okay then.
Yeah, and then we put the niche logo up top.
All right.
Or, I'm sorry, not logo, acronym.
Okay.
Okay, and then what was going on here was live art being sold. There's all kinds of activities happening.
Okay.
Now, on the far side, we have the Mexican artists. So at the very front, we have Diego. His tag name is S'more. So all of these tag names that you see, you can Facebook them and you will come upon their pages.
Okay.
So we have S'more, we have Mr. Cien, we have Sana. Oh, she's an incredible artist. Her tag name is Sana, S-A-N-A. Oh, I can't even see that. I'm sorry. I can't recall who did the middle one. And at this point right here now, I can't see the tag name. But a beautiful piece. Then, oh, that gorgeous old man, the Maya man, was done by Arnold Cruz. Probably the most incredible artist I have seen in this area. They're out of Merida. He and his wife, Sana, they travel all over doing graffiti art. Just stunning. His tag name is Datorer. So D-A-T-O-E-R. Check it out.
Okay.
Incredible.
All right.
And beside him is Filiberto Aiella with that gorgeous toucan.
Okay.
And he came back the following year to the Corozal Graffiti Festival and did the body art. That is really his thing, doing body art. But he's also a great artist.
Yes.
And then beside him is Mr. Alan Sanchez with those beautiful birds and the blue hole, the Belize blue hole. So here we are down by the pier, by the water, just around the corner from where the first Graffiti Fest was. So what you're going to see here was a workshop done in 2019, late December 2019, preparing our artists for the 2020? Yes, 2020 Graffiti Festival. We did get that in end of January before COVID came. Okay. So, this piece right here was done by Wolf and Wilfred. The rest.
Okay.
Okay, so we spent an evening just getting them back into their skills, making sure we have all the paint, all the cans. This beautiful giraffe was done by Vianney Bautista-Vivas.
Okay.
Okay. It was an opportunity to play, to expand, to create, to experiment. This lovely monotone, I guess, created by the teacher, Diego Put. His tag name is S'more. You can check that out on Facebook.
Okay.
Beautiful jaguar. Okay.
Christy
You
again.
Are my African Queen. Created by Jackie Ewings.
Okay.
Okay, a new member to CSAM for about, now a couple of years. Yeah. So I believe this was her first attempt with graffiti cans, and she did great.
Beautiful.
And it blends into one of Christy Carrillo's first attempts at graffiti. I think both ladies were really learning the skills, so they did excellent.
So 2 ladies.
Yes.
Yes. All right then.
And around the side, we like to utilize the space. Is a lovely floral with birds by Carlos Carrillo. Okay, right down by the sea. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, indeed.
Alrighty.
Corozal. Okay.
culture.
Yes.
Unfortunately, because they have shut down, there's no groundskeeping, so it's a little difficult to see these pieces. But this was, again, another workshop honing in their skills.
Okay.
So right here is a Japanese concept art, black and white and grays by Magdalena Gray. We have our turtles by Carlos Carrillo.
Oh, turtle again.
And Vianney Bautista.
Okay.
Vivas.
Carlos. Yes, yes.
Okay.
All right then. Right by the seafront. Okay.
Alrighty. So here we are. Morning.
Ah.
Here we are just off of First Avenue is what this street is called. Right by the Mirador Hotel. So again, wall space available. This particular piece is still under creation, but it has a wonderful message. Have to be honest, all us
Yes.
women are tired of the cat calls
Absolutely.
and the woohoo and
Absolutely. What is it for?
It certainly doesn't impress anyone.
No.
Okay, so Amaya is working on that, but it's not complete. So here we have 2018's September celebrations theme, basically. Belize Dafawi. So Wilfred Wolf came out and did a patriotic mural.
All right then.
Let's go
Yes.
this way. Diaz, and it's in tribute to the Corozal Community College marching band. I believe at this point, 2018, they'd won 5 of the Band Fest competitions, so we won't brag, but we will. So she was really moved by that and wanted to create something
All right
permanent
then.
for them.
Okay,
Okay,
Corosal
and
Pride.
next to that is Christy Carrillo's first mural that she created with the sea salmon.
Okay.
Lovely butterflies and flowers. Okay, so we'll just do a quick stop here.
Yes.
Beverly O'Reilly, who is a multi-genre artist, lives in Corozal. So she started working on this, but because of the street works,
Yes.
too much dust and everything.
So stay tuned, it's going to be finished.
We're going to look forward to that one.
All right then.
Okay.
Coming up. Okay. Beautiful.
All right, so here we are. We're on 4th Avenue again, just between 2nd Street and 3rd Street South. A lovely graffiti piece by Wilfred Perez again, out of Sartaneja. Tag name Wolf. Okay.
All right.
Lovely, lively.
Lovely, lovely.
Okay, now here's a tribute mural. One of the first ones done in Corozal by Carlos Carrillo. And this is tribute to Mr. Anthony Ras Antonio Andrews, who was a well-known barber in Corozal.
Okay.
As well as he was very much involved in sports, in basketball, definitely basketball, in Creole culture. He was a very active member of the community. So I have to admit, a friend in the States commissioned this piece and wanted to stay anonymous.
Great.
commission the piece for his good friend.
All right then. Somebody thinking about somebody.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
All right then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next piece we have is sort of a wonderland, and this was created by Kevin Itza. Now Kevin is part of the original group who did the mural painting project workshop, back in 2017. So he was one of the first ones to come out and paint. So this is a lovely forest piece.
All right then. Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Another piece, and this was created by
Christy.
Carrillo.
Yes, Christy again.
She came out one day and did beautiful work again. More cement.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Carlos did this piece, but since he's completed it, the owners have come in and run a pipe down.
Okay. All right then.
So we're going to go back around the corner.
Okay. Stay tuned. Oh, that's good.
So now we are headed down to Miami Beach, I believe.
Okay. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Roundhouse.
So we're down at Miami Beach area right now, which again is First Avenue. This is sort of the popular tourist spot with our beautiful waterfront. It is also the place of Corozal Graffiti Festival 2020, which took place late January in 2020. So we're going to show you all the pieces here. This is graffiti lettering at its finest.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a Mexican artist, Arrejen, again. You can look up the tag name and you'll see the artwork.
All right.
It's a group of Mexican artists that are friends and kind of travel together to different festivals. So we called upon them in 2019 and called upon them again in 2020.
Okay.
It became an international event. Okay, so we have Arrejen's piece. Hard to read, but it says
Yes.
Corosal.
Yes. Oh.
It does. If you really look at it, you will see Corosal.
I'm just now seeing it.
Yeah.
Yes, that is Corozal.
Okay.
Wow.
And beside it, Sana, she wasn't here for long that day, so she only did a small mural. That is her tag name. Check out her work, incredible.
Okay.
Going for a mask, right? Her rendition of a jade mask.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Here we are again. This is an artist from Merida. So we had the Mexican artists were coming as far as Campeche, Merida, and Chetumal. So we wanted to highlight ancient Chetumal. That was the theme of the graffiti festival. So ancient Chetumal, come with anything Maya or anything related to, specifically to our ancient Chetumal, Santorito.
Okay.
So this young man did the words almost in I don't know what kind of style this is, but it's very nice.
It is.
Anyway, this is his tag name, Sadperks.
Okay.
Yeah, you can check that on Facebook. And there is our Corozal artist, Robert Ramirez, created the word Belize in lettering.
Oh,
Right?
I see it.
You see it?
Yes.
Once you know what the word is, you can see it. Us laypersons.
Okay.
And right beside him is another Corozal artist, Earl Dasto, who is a tattoo artist, but also an incredibly talented artist in graffiti as well.
Yes.
So he was looking at this again, rendition of a jade mask, and Gonzalo Guerrero, who was the Spanish sailor who was shipwrecked here in Corosal, or in ancient Chetumal, and was basically, I won't say befriended, he became very loyal to Nanchan Can, who was the ruler of ancient Chetumal, and so much so that he married Nanchan Can's daughter.
Yes.
And there began the mestizo race.
Okay.
Okay, so that is his rendition of Gonzalo Guerrero.
All right then. Carlos again.
Carlos Carrillo.
Yes.
His skill with graffiti art. This is the famous wedding of Gonzalo Guerrero and Princess Cecile.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And crossing over. All the way from Chiapas, Mexico, which is quite a distance. This artist came for the day and created, I really don't know what the lettering says. I really don't know.
Okay. But it's beautiful.
Yeah, this is his art.
Yes.
Okay, and then right next door. This piece was created by Javier Tuason, again, during the Corosal Graffiti Festival. So it's Cerro Maya, which is right across the bay, and everybody sees Cerro Maya when you look over the little hump, the archaeological reserve. So.
Okay. All right then.
Okay, we're going to cross the street. Before we cross, let's come back to this for a second, because it's a lovely mural that wound up, a car went through the wall, so half of it's gone.
Okay.
But it was a lovely mural, again produced by Javier Tuason. It says El Salvador because Javier is originally from El Salvador.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can see it from here.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's lovely. After the festival, Javier came back up. I found when there's a festival and artists are here, within a week or two they want to get back out again and do more. It's in them. They just want to. So Javier came up from Belize City and created this gorgeous mural. Again, sticking with the theme, the ancient Chetumal, the Maya theme. He came up a week later and did this piece, and I love it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And then.
And around the side, this was part of the festival. This was created by Alan Sanchez, the gentleman from the first festival with the birds. Now his tag name is Flow or E-Flow, I'm not sure, but you can look it up. Okay, and I believe this was Ishel? Ishel, yes. The Maya goddess Ishel.
All right.
Unfortunately, I'm just seeing vandalism again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that happens
Yeah.
anywhere you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right then.
Okay, and around the back is another one. Oh, watch your step.
Oh yeah.
So this mural here was created during the festival, was created by a Cuban artist. Falco is his name.
Mm-hmm.
And he came up especially for the festival to create, as well as to do workshops. So the 2020 festival really was an international festival. So again, we set a Maya theme, and he's got the lovely corn, the Maya, and some symbolism.
Okay.
I shouldn't say it was just Falco, it was also a gentleman in Cayo that goes by the tag name Lito.
Mm-hmm.
I think of his name at the very moment. I'm so sorry.
All right then.
But they worked on it. They collaborated together.
Okay.
Part of the Corozal Graffiti Festival 2020. Deator. Sorry. There is the tag name.
Okay.
I'm telling everybody, check out this Facebook page.
Yes.
Incredible artists.
Hey.
But they've got so many years of experience, so you see the difference.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely colors.
Okay.
Yes.
And through the same event, we have this whole wall. Part of the Corozal Graffiti Festival again. This is Vianney Bautista Vivas. This is her, I guess, Instagram. So you can see her beautiful work. This is a lovely Maya piece.
Yes.
Next to that is a gentleman who came from Cayo for the day, Helaman. This is his tag name or Instagram, YouTube, as you see it, Scribbled Life. Another incredibly talented youth.
Okay.
We have so much talent in this country, it's amazing.
Yes.
And over here we have lettering by Wilfred Perez out of Sartaneja, saying the word Maya. Okay. Again, got his Instagram tag. It's a lovely piece, lovely. Okay, and beside that one is from the instructor that they've had 2 times, Diego.
Yes. Yes.
Again, his tag name S'more. This is what he created that day for the festival. Okay.
Beautiful.
So that was the Corozal Graffiti Festival 2020. And the concept obviously is to continue with all the graffiti. So over the last few months, some of our CSAM artists have carried on. So this next one is from Carlos Carrillo.
Beautiful.
And it was with mostly brush.
Okay.
I think it was both he works with, which is a great medium to use both. Okay. And beside that was a collaboration with Christy Carrillo and Carlos Carrillo.
Okay.
We did a Maya piece.
Christy and Carlos.
Yeah, an amazing team.
Yes.
Here's a piece that isn't quite finished yet. Wolf, again, out of Sartaneja. So he was writing the lettering for Satenaha. which is the Maya word for what we say Sartaneja nowadays.
Okay.
Okay, and he's still going to work it, as you can see. And here we have the word poc de poc, created by Robert Ramirez, again. It's not quite finished, but showing his work. And we have one more panel left, and Carlos Carrillo is coming out in the next couple weeks to do a poc de poc image.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
My goodness, I think that's it. Oh my gosh. To me, personally, I have a vision of Corozal being the arts mecca in the country.
Okay.
We already have a lot of art programs happening. CSAM is completely voluntary and we all love it. And in fact, CSAM has now expanded into something called plaquing or sidewalk surgery. So it's where you're repairing the cracks and holes in sidewalks, filling it with tile and glass, and creating design. So that's something new for CSAM. So I see the arts expanding here in Corozal. There's no more beautiful setting, right? Let's go this way. There's no more beautiful setting than this community.
Yes.
It is quiet. It's the safest community statistically in the country. We have the monthly Art in the Park, which is a national success, running for 12 years straight. There's a lot of art happening here, and tourism. We have so much vacant public waterfront space that is here for the rest of the country to come and enjoy.
Wow.
So I do see a future in art, in ecotourism, in a wonderful family destination for Corozal. But I do see the arts continuing to expand. And why can't we become the arts mecca?
Yes.
We have already over 50 murals in our town.
Over 50, wow.
We hope to continue to just paint this town up.
Yes.
And with the plaquing now, that's a whole new ball game, and it's so much fun. And that is something that CSAM can train trainers to go out into the community and train other people. And I just have a vision of everybody out plaquing. It would be so cool. You walk down the streets and there's little, right out in front of people's houses, they've done their own plaquing. I hope it's contagious.
All right then. Well, stay tuned.
Thank you to Music Ambassador of Belize, Shine Barrel.
beautiful graffiti art from the Corozal Graffiti Festival 2020.